Hi, teacher. My name is Antoinette Uceda. I'm going to talk about poverty and mobility of men and women based on the book The World in 2025. I have the second point, the trend as expected in our region and country of the third group. I'm going to start talking about the first situation of the trend. International migrations will develop, and without an important inflow of immigrants, the European population will start to decrease as from 2012. The main topic here is that the concentration of poverty is going to be in mega cities. As a country, Peru don't have the conditions to be a mega city, so Peru will not be affected with this trend, but people from Peru will suffer in mega cities. We can see that many people travel to find better opportunities to solve their families and themselves. And if the conditions in countries like the United States or Spain are not the best, they are not going to be able to solve their needs of health and food. The second situation is that a third of the world population is undernourished. On the other hand, obesity increases in developed countries. And it is very amusing for us because we have several problems of undernourished and obesity in some parts of Peru. In Trujillo and Lima, there are many people that suffers of obesity, and in parts of Peru like Huánuco, Puno, there are many people with undernourished. And it is a problem that haven't been solutioned by the governments, and if it increases some years after, we are going to be in a crisis maybe. In the third situation, it is more difficult for us. It is about the global health situation. It is improving, but new risks are emerging. And because of the interdependence of mobility, we are going to have the perfect conditions for the spread of disease, like virus. And nowadays, we are in a pandemic situation that is very complicated for us because we don't have a good health system, and it is having bad consequences. It is increasing poverty because there are so many informal workers all around Peru, and in our region it is very difficult to affront a pandemic situation if people don't have a established work. There is also a risk for an economy because the government is giving so much money for help people in a bad situation, and also to help people that maybe had work but they lose it because the situation it is going bad and it is going worse. Also, one of the most important consequences of the pandemic situation we are living is the death of people. We are losing so many lives, but if we compare our country with Spain or France or Italy, we can see that we are a little bit better, but if it continues, maybe it will be worse for us than for them because they have a good health system and they couldn't afford it. In this situation, I think that we have more risk because not only is this pandemic situation, we can affront maybe in the future so many problems that we are not prepared for. It is important that we start preparing for problems like virus, bacteria, and many health problems. And the government should start having uh, okay, I had a problem, and I was saying that the government should have a plan to affront these situations. Um, to finish, I can say that for our region and our country, any trend that would be for the future, it is very difficult for a country like Peru because we are not prepared. The governments only used to solution actual problems. They don't focus on future risks uh, like this. An example that could be that we have known about the COVID in China a few months before the first case in Peru, and the government didn't try to buy some equipments, thinking that it was a risk to have the virus here too. We need to make more plans and stop working only for the moment.